After many months of waiting, the Switch 2 is finally here. And I got one. Yo, what is up, guys? It is currently oh my god, I don't know if it's gonna focus. 11:17. It was supposed to be at 9 p.m. and basically I was 6th in line, but for some reason they decided to let all the pre-orders go ahead of us. So then I got moved way back around the corner of the store. So yeah, like almost 2.5 hours later, we secured the goods. We got the console, the carrying case, screen protector, charger, and Mario Kart World physical as well. And that's everything we got. I straight up was there from 2:30 or like around 2:30, 2:40ish till whatever time it is now, like 11:20 almost. I'm really tired. I want to go home, probably eat something, have a shower maybe. I also really want to take a picture of the Switch 2 in the seatbelt. And yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick. I finally got my hands on the Nintendo Switch 2, and I could not be more excited. Yo! First up, we have the new Joy-Con. Actually, I think we'll take a look at these later. And of course we have the console itself. It's actually pretty big. It's also actually quite a bit heavier than the Switch 1. And like always, we have some paperwork, HDMI cable, and the wrist straps. But we're just going to put those away for now. Next we have the grip, a USB-C cable, the wall adapter, and finally the dock. The grip is definitely improved over the Switch 1 because I feel like it's more comfortable, so I don't think I'll need to get a Pro Controller for a while. The dock has been smoothed out with rounded corners, and the backplate can actually come off this time, which is cool. The ports are the same as the OLED Switch, and we're just going to put that back on. Here we have the wall adapter. Why isn't it focusing? Whatever. Okay. Included with that, we have the USB-C cable. And then of course we have the HDMI cable. Here we have the new Joy-Con, which actually feel pretty nice because they have a good textured finish to them. And also with the buttons and the controller size being overall bigger, they're a lot more comfortable to use. Next up is probably the most important thing, obviously, it's the console itself. The screen is massive and the back of the console has a nice textured finish like the Joy-Con. It's also nice that there's 2 USB-C ports now instead of only 1. The kickstand is made of metal and also it has some give to it, so it feels really sturdy. Also, another good thing about the Switch 2 is that when you're snapping it in the side of the console, it feels so satisfying. We're not going to unbox the charger because we basically already did with the console. Here's the carrying case. Here we have the plastic screen protector that we're not going to use. And then the actual carrying case, which actually feels pretty high quality. It's got a leather-like material on the outside and then like a soft fabric on the inside. As you would probably expect, the Switch 2 fits nice and snug in the case. Here's the screen protector I got. but I'm just going to install it later off camera. And finally, we have the Mario Kart World physical version. The Switch 2 cases definitely look better than the original, especially the spines. Here's the game card. Also, here's me setting up the dock with my monitor at like 50 times speed, so please enjoy. After getting back home from GameStop, I was way too tired to do anything with the Switch 2, so I basically just went straight to bed. So the reason I even ended up going to this midnight release in the first place was mainly because I did not end up pre-ordering one. So just to make sure I could even get the console in the first place, I just decided to line up. And I heard that they had walk-in stock, so that was perfect. So anyways, I lined up at around 2:30. And there was 5 people there already, which is not too bad considering, you know, how many people lined up later. But they had like chairs, water bottles, sunglasses, hats, umbrellas. Like, they were suited up. Meanwhile, I just showed up in my hoodie, a pair of shorts, with my backpack. No water. So first I went to the Tim Hortons and got a donut, a drink, and a sandwich. Scarfed that down, and then I joined the line. And you know, it wouldn't have been that bad except for the fact that it was practically midday. So the sun was high in the sky, shining directly on me for like 7 hours straight. So I was getting cooked. Like, so I tried to make like a little makeshift tent with my hoodie and my backpack to like cover my skin. And it worked for the most part. I'm fine, I guess. And one of the guys at the front of the line, luckily, he was giving out water bottles to people. So I'm so grateful. He gave me 2. So shout out that guy. I don't remember his name. Anyway, like eventually the manager came out and gave us tickets or whatever that would guarantee us a console like on midnight release, which was awesome. So for some reason I didn't think, oh, maybe I could just go home and then come back. I was just like, I've waited this long, I may as well just wait the rest of it. So yeah, anyway, the line basically keeps building and building over time. And 9 p.m. rolls around, the manager comes out again, and he's like basically gathering all the people with pre-orders, and he's like making a separate line for them to go first. And keep in mind, at this point, the line's massive. So us in the front who have been waiting for like probably like 7 hours or so, even longer, some of the people, we were a little bit pissed off. I mean, I was a little bit pissed off, but I can understand like getting the pre-orders done first, just because they already basically paid for part of it, so it's probably easier to do that. So anyway, but the guy at the front of the line, however, he was not having it. He got there at like 11. So he didn't have a pre-order either, so he was trying to get the console plus like a bunch of pairs of Joy-Con and all, like basically a bunch of stuff, and he didn't want them to be sold out. So that's why he got there early. And then he started like raging. So he was ranting on the phone to somebody, and then he ended up just leaving. Which, I mean, fair enough, but like, you've already waited this long, you may as well just wait the rest of the time. So that's what I did, and that's what basically everyone else did. Pretty sure he's the only one who left. Anyway, the pre-order line was moving very slowly, so it felt like an eternity. Eventually, the manager came out once again, and he was like, we've satisfied enough of the pre-orders, so we're just gonna make one line. So basically, us at the front of the original line, we basically went to the end of the pre-order line, which wrapped around the other side of the building. So we ended up waiting an extra 2 hours or so just to even get in the building. And yeah, I eventually got the console. Originally, I wanted to get the charging grip, but because I didn't want to have to unplug the charger from the dock every time I wanted to use it in handheld mode. But I found out that it's not the same cable. It's USB-C to USB-A, whereas the charger is straight USB-C. And also, it was cheaper to just get an extra charger anyway, so that's what I did. Anyway, I ended up getting Mario Kart World Physical and the console mainly because I like collecting physical games, and that's pretty much all there is to it.